Look at the characteristics of a pig. He's sloppy, he's greedy like a pig, isn't that what they say? They also say you are what you eat. So what we put into our mouths affects our minds and our heart. We don't want to take on these characteristics of sloppiness, of uncleanliness, of selfishness. Now from a spiritual aspect or a spiritual standpoint, the Bible and the Quran teaches us that it is divinely forbidden for us to eat of any pig. In various chapters in the Bible and the Quran it talks about this. So from a physical standpoint, from a mental or a psychological standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, we don't want anything to do with this animal.
Peace. This is djOHLOW. You're tuned into On Beat with OHLOW, coming to you live from WEBR Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. We've got a very special show. We got Miss Ma Dukes, J Dillas' mother, in studio today. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. You just got back from Puerto Rico.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I know you were having a good time out there at the beach. With Rocksteady crew.
Rocksteady crew.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All day.
We got my man Toney Smith in the studio today.
What up, though?
Yeah, thanks for coming out, fam.
It's about time we link it up.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm going back and forth for a minute. We also have my man Scene, and you brought your man out, Sincere.
Yes, I did. It's my brother right here.
Yeah, that's
Sincere.
what's up, man.
It's Newport News Finest right here.
Yeah, he's been telling me a lot about you, man. So I'm playing all Sincere beats today in the background. And today we're going to be talking, obviously we're going to do a little interview with Ma Dukes. I want to know about J Dillas' life. J Dillas, a major influence on a lot of heads in the world. You know, it's worldwide. It's not even just in the U.S. My first encounter with J Dilla was in the mid-'90s. I want to say it was probably a Busta Rhymes song, maybe. I'm not sure. It was Busta Rhymes, or it might have been... I guess Slum Village came out after the Level Extension. You were actually on that album, the Busta Rhymes album.
Well, yeah, that was on Diligence. But actually, that first one would have been Woo-Ha.
Woo-Ha, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what's up. But we're also talking about health, and we're talking about nutrition, meditation, working out, herbs, you know what I'm saying, specifically marijuana, and therapy. I wanted to start the show by talking to Miss CC Vibez a little bit.
How you doing,
How you doing, CC? Thanks for coming out. You were telling us that you were on the side of the road today selling onions and tomatoes and green peppers and stuff.
I was selling drop down onions and strawberries and pansies and a beautiful day-to-day out there selling and waving with a hat on and smiling. People come.
Yeah, that's what's up.
As long as you're sweet, people are going to keep coming.
Yeah. And you said all your stuff is organic, right?
All
you guys grow it
organic.
yourself.
Yes. Start from seed.
Start from seed.
And the onions that we have are over 30 years old.
The onions that you have so aren't they all mushy and nasty now?
No, they drop down. So they grow up like a spring onion.
Okay.
And then they have a little bulb on the top that just drops down onto the ground and then creates more onions. So they grow and they grow and they grow and they grow for years and years and years. Unless you get rid of your onions. But you're still going to have, they're called volunteer onions.
Oh, okay.
They volunteer to drop on the ground to grow again.
And that's what's up.
And they also do that with tomatoes too. Like if you have tomatoes that drop on the ground, then you'll have seeds, and then the seeds will create volunteer tomato plants. And then you'll have tomatoes for years and years and years if they keep volunteering.
That's what's up. So, general question to everybody. Does anybody here eat organic, or does it even matter to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ma Dukes, let's start with you.
Yes. Just
You look,
started.
I don't know what your age is, but you look mad young. You know what I'm saying? To be
mad old.
It's good food and lotion.
Well, yes, that and eating right, exercise.
Exercise,
and rest is important.
Yeah, rest is definitely important. That's something I don't get. I have a 3-year-old and I got another one on the way. I don't get any rest, man. I got bags under my eyes. It's crazy. But tell us, so do you always choose organic over just regular?
No, actually, I reformed my eating habits in the past year.
Okay.
Thanks to Mr. Toney Smith.
That's what's up.
And we recently went organic.
All organic.
All organic.
And what about so organic fruits and vegetables?
Fruits and vegetables, mostly plant-based.
And what about meat?
Well, we don't do pork. And
why is that? Why don't you?
Well, we just don't do pork.
Okay.
Yes, it's just unnecessary.
Okay. It's not because you're Muslim.
No, well,
I am. But,
Oh, that's what's up. Respect, fam. I didn't even know that.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, man.
Barakatuh.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, for me, being Muslim anyway, but for health reasons, as you know, growing up in the South and then end up watching my family suffer from high blood pressure, and you know, pork being the number one thing that everyone loved to eat, so you knew there was like a lot of health risks that goes on in the South and people in the Caribbean and everything. So,
Yeah.
like I said, and when we was in Puerto Rico, and the one thing you notice about in a lot of Caribbean areas and in the South is that they have a lot of health issues, and it's because they eat bad and they still eating the way of the slave mentality.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I wanted to get into too. Is I think one of the main reasons people ate pork, especially in the South, is because when people were slaves in the South, that's all they were given. You know what I'm saying? They weren't given the good foods, obviously.
throwaway.
Yeah, and that's where, you know, a lot of these things came. Like, to me, when I found out what chitlins were, I was like, yo, why do people eat that? And snout and stuff like
Right.
that. You know what I mean?
Scrap.
Yeah.
Right.
Scrap was
crazy.
the outlaw,
Spam
son.
sandwiches.
Yeah, man.
Beanie weenies. And I mean, man, it used
Yeah.
to be sick.
And
And
South meat.
pig ear sandwiches
Yes.
with hot mustard,
Yeah.
man, and hot sauce. Man, like, yo, I can tell you like stories that, you know, going to the farmer's market, seeing like actual head hogs and everything, the head of everything, man.
Yeah.
It was some things as a kid growing up, you know, I used to see a slaughterhouse, you know, with my family in North Carolina and everything, man. You know, it's part of the culture, it's part of what they grow on, but, you know, seeing the hogs being slaughtered and also tobacco being grown, man, it's like bad for bad growing up, but you don't know it until later on, the effects of it has on your life.
Exactly, yeah. Because when you're young, you follow anything, man. You follow what your elders were doing, and most of the elders really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the kids to break that mode, that circle. You know.
True that.
Something interesting you said about the islands. There was an interesting fact that I read a while ago that Haiti before they used their currency, whatever it is today, they actually used pigs or these wild hogs, right?
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
And then the U.S. went up in there. They actually went into Dominican Republic and said that some of those hogs went into Dominican Republic and they were infested with some disease.
Some diseases and
they wiped them all out.
Yep.
So
right along with the people.
yeah, exactly, right? And right then and there, their whole economy just dropped because the hog had more value than their money up until that point.
Even
and everything
people.
just changed.
Even people.
Yeah.
Man.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
A pig is currency. Wow, check that out.
Swine merchant.
That's what's up, man.
It's part of the bartering system.
Right, but a
So,
pig though. Can you
I mean-
imagine?
Some places in Africa give cattle for their wives.
Yeah.
So-
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
Which one had more value? Was it the pig or the spider? I mean, I'm saying what the story
Yeah.
really was about.
Message.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna take a quick break for a few little PSAs, and I'll be right back. You're tuning into On Beat with OHLOW. We'll be right back. Peace.
Keeping the First Amendment alive. We are WEBR, Fairfax County's cable access and internet radio station.
Peace. Welcome back to On Beat with OHLOW. I'm playing all beats by Sincere. You go by Sincere76, right? That's what it is online.
Yeah, that's what's online right now.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I like these, man. These take me back. You know what I'm saying? This is
Appreciate that.
like Cena was saying, this is, you know, he was like, yo, he doesn't make music for the people. He makes music for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm feeling this. And next to you, man, we got Ma Dukes, J Dilla's mom, man. So I want to ask you, was Dilla any type of influence? Because I know you've been making beats, you know, you've been making music for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I can hear, you know, a little Dilla influence. I'll tell you the truth, man. With me, growing up, obviously, Dilla, to me, was, I thought he was, when he first came out, I was like, whoa, this is different. You know what I'm saying? I was really into Pete Rock, at that time, Premier, you know what I mean? And when Dilla came out, he just, you know, he was able to mash up so many different sounds and just make it sound so right. You know what I mean? And he was giving it to the right artists at the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to me, he influenced me not so much to make beats like him, but to not be so mechanical in thinking. You know what I'm saying? He allowed me to think outside of the box. Because before that, it was always like, 1, 2, 3, 4. But Dilla was like, he was open. He was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That's the thing. And I noticed that, God rest his soul, after he passed, a lot of imitators came out. A lot. You know what I mean? And they tried to copy his style, but they can't, man.
He inspired them.
He definitely inspired. Yeah.
Inspired.
He's definitely a trendsetter, man, because today, Dilla's huge, man. Long live his legacy, man. But again, what influence did Dilla have on you, man?
Man, all I can say is, today's a blessing. I actually worked with someone that she actually took care of when he was a baby.
Word.
And
can you pull that mic down a little bit?
my
Or just
bad,
speak
my
right
bad.
into it, yeah.
But Dilla really changed my life. Seriously.
Word.
I think the first track I heard from Dilla was The Far Side Running.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was the first track. You're right.
That's the first one that actually that had it got to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So me and Scene, we're big Far Side fans, and when they came out with a second album, I was like, what is this, man?
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, that's not Jay Swift. That's who is this, man?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then I heard Drop. I was like, whoa,
Drop, yup.
whoa, and from there, I was like, man, who's this? Who's JD?
Yeah, he used to go by JD.
JD back then.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
whenever I can hear anything from JD, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because Premier and Pete Rock, Law Professor, those are my idols.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
of course, they're still my idols now, but
Dilla switched that.
he
man.
switched it, man. He switched it, man. And
He pulled the rug under New York, under their feet, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he brought it
yeah,
to Detroit, man.
yeah.
He was like, nah, I got to take this from you guys, man.
yeah,
You guys
so-
been holding on too long. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Something I wanted to ask Ma Dukes.
Yes.
Like he said, Dilla changed my life. I've seen a lot of T-shirts that say Dilla changed my life, Dilla donuts, Dilla, all these different Dilla things, right?
Yes.
And I know for a fact that they're not all coming from the same company.
No, they aren't.
Right, they're not, right?
No, they are
yeah,
not.
it's just random people printing random
people.
T-shirts, CDs,
That's right.
whatever, Now, do you see any of the profits? Do you see anything from that?
Only the ones that the foundation does at different events.
Okay, and the foundation is the J Dilla Foundation.
JDillaFoundation.org.
Okay, and that's run by you and
Yes,
Toney.
Toney Smith is the ED.
And so the people reach out to you too and say, look, we got this going on, we got that going on, we want to give you proceeds, or you know what I'm saying? Or do they just try to they think like they're just gonna get away with it?
It's Pirate City.
Yeah, it is, right?
Pirate City.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Yes,
The
it is
number
a wild-
one bootleg copied producer artist,
Dilla.
you
Of
name
all
it,
time.
is Dilla. of all
Yeah,
times, man.
definitely.
It's
Yeah.
it's like Dilla is the next James Brown. If you want to look at it like far as with being sampled, jacked, and everything, he is the next level of James Brown for what
Yeah.
everybody is jacking though. Because I've seen some people actually, say that, that was them, but it was certain parts of JD doing it. But it was like, wow, all you do was just rearrange what he
Rearrange
had.
it, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Wow, and it's yours, like for real, dude. And they just, people are actually putting out. I found, we found people putting out wax in their own name, not even saying anything. So we have global scouts out there.
Wait,
right
hold on.
now.
What do you mean? So they're using?
Man, they putting out their own wax. Their own stuff, man, and not even telling us overseas and everything. I mean,
that's
people
crazy.
do it. I mean, projects all the time. But one thing that we decided to do is, we took a different turn because what we're doing right now, we're moving up to move forward. What I did was just reach out to the people and say, hey, if y'all have all these projects that's out there like that, why not be respectful and let us hear them?
Yeah.
Don't just put it out there. You get your thousands of listeners and everything, and then we have to find out about it and have to take some kind of action. We'd rather just listen to it. Man, like day and night, we sit back and listen to people's tributes and everything all the time.
Yeah, that's what's up.
For real. We don't turn nobody down. We listen to it. I mean, you got your good with the bad, but we straight up listen to it and people ask for our comments.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And do you always make an effort to try to make a comment and get back to the people, give some feedback?
Always, man.
Yeah, see, and I think a lot of most of it is intimidation. I think a lot of kids are just scared, you know what I'm saying, to approach and to say anything. And I think a lot of people just feel like, well, they'll never hear it or they'll never see it, so I could just try to get away with it.
Ooh, that's the worst. But that's the worst part, because if you end up with that letter, that cease and desist letter, you're gonna realize how real this game really is, and it's certain levels to this game, and people think that they could just actually enter into it and think you all up in the game. But no, bro, when you get to this, when you get to this particular level and you end up having them papers served, then you're gonna really realize how real it actually is. And a lot of people have had to face that. But at the same time, I said, let's take it a different way. Let's talk to the people and let's get this going. Some of them has just really been nice, man. I mean, really nice, and I tell the people, yo, we really appreciate it, and we post it up on our page.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's respect. Yes, they respect you, so you respect them.
Exactly.
And when they disrespect you, you send them a letter.
Hey, try not, because being in the game for so long, man. I'm going almost 30 years in the game of doing all this, and still trying to teach people the same thing. But it's like generation after generation, everybody want to miss the most important thing. But then when you finally get like, oh, man, this is what they was talking about. It's like, man, nobody got time for that, man.
Yeah,
this is a business, man. Really, this is a business.
And have you oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble with that. Yeah, it can't be no drinks up in here, man. If one of these white guys see it, they're telling on me, man. There's snitches up in here, man. Okay. Sorry, Cece, I didn't mean to say it like that, but it's true.
Bring on the bud. Medical health reasons.
Yeah, I feel you. What I was gonna ask you is, did you have a situation where you had to serve papers and call, who do you call anyways? You call DMC, or who do you have to call? The DMA? What's it called?
And is it a long process?
It is.
Yeah, who do you get in?
Sometimes it costs more to go after somebody.
Oh, it costs more to go after them, huh?
Someone.
Yeah.
So you really have to weigh it before you even bother.
So you should only really go after some.
Direct to people that are doing it.
Oh, okay.
But Stone's Throw do it.
Woo, yeah, right?
Wee.
Yeah. But they have, Stone's Throw has rights to some things as well, right?
To donuts.
Exactly.
To donuts,
yes,
only donuts.
And they've stayed within that. They just keep redoing donuts.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about Stone's Throw is that, like you said, they keep redoing donuts. Yes. And I've seen a few times where they reach out to the people and say, we want you guys to flip it. You know what I'm saying? Or we want you guys to do this.
Yes,
I've seen a competition where they said, we want you to do some new artwork for the Dilla Donuts, right? And so they can get away with it because they own the rights to that album.
Yes, they do. That was given to them, and we have no problem.
Yeah.
No issue with Stone's Throw. We still tight.
Yeah, that's what's up. And for those who don't know, man, there's a lot of kids that don't even know what a cease and desist is. Can you just break that down for them?
Well, Toney, you want to explain better?
Don't bootleg any Dilla tracks, songs, snippets, videos, whatever, without letting someone know legitimately. Or you'll hear a knock, knock, knock at your door. Or you may just hear click, click.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Message.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. I want to ask one other question, and I'm going to go back to the health thing about Dilla. And it goes back to the money. Now, when you guys, I know you guys have the J Dilla Foundation. If people wanted to find the J Dilla Foundation online, I know it's jdillafoundation.org, right?
Yes.
But you guys have another website as well set up, right?
Well,
or is it a Facebook page?
Everything, but there's a Facebook page, but everything is directed under the J Dilla.
Okay,
Foundation.
Everything's directed under the
So
J
if you
Dilla
go on the
Foundation.
J Dilla Foundation, you can get anything and everything.
And it's just how it's jdillafoundation.org.
jdillafoundation.org.
Okay.
And if you really want to just get some immediate information, then you go Toney at jdillafoundation.org.
Oh, email Toney.
Yes, Toney at jdillafoundation.
And that's Toney.
Yes.
All right, that's what's up.
He responds like right
Hey,
on
y'all hear that?
money.
Toney at jdillafoundation.org. Hit me up. Yo, I want to hear your projects. I want to hear everything that y'all do. Yo, I mean, my Dukes and I, we actually listening to it. And like I tell you, no project is a bad project unless you don't let the right people hear it.
Yeah, exactly. That's real talk right there. That's what's up. And I mean, he's telling the people right now, man, he said, hit him up. He just gave you the email. You know what I'm saying? It's as easy as that. So there's nothing like, it's not like you're trying to hide anything or trying to pull one over the people, man. It's just real talk. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna take another quick break, and then we're gonna come back and talk about meditation. I want to talk to everyone about meditation. I'm gonna talk to Scene. I'm gonna start out with Scene because you're, I know that the art is a form of meditation. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah. So and it's therapy. It's therapeutic, right? Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'll be right back. It's on Beat with OHLOW, WEBR Radio Fairfax. Peace.
We are WEBR, Fairfax County's public access and internet radio station.
Peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. Another banger, yo. I'm loving all these beats by Sincere right here. It's my first time meeting you. It's my first time hearing your beats. Scene talks about you all the time, man.
Word.
And I'm really impressed, man. I'm glad that
Appreciate that.
I'm glad that you came through and you came through with these beats. Next time you got to come through with some equipment and just set up live right here and just play a few live joints.
All right.
That's what we like to do. I know you came up from the 757, but next time we'll pre-plan it so you can come through with the equipment.
Okay.
And spend the weekend and make something happen.
All right.
But today, besides the fact that Ma Dukes is here, we're talking about health. One of the reasons we're talking about health is because it's so beautiful outside, and now is the time to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? This is when people start working out, start to eat better. We're away from the holiday season, the holy day season, where everybody's eating turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuff like that. And we're getting ready for the beach. You guys just got back from the beach.
Yes.
From Puerto Rico, from the Puerto Rock.
From the islands,
Yeah.
not the beach, the islands.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Tell us about
Go
that.
to the beach at the islands.
That was the Rock Steady, the
Rock
Big
Steady.
Bash. Yeah.
Yeah,
Annual
man.
joint.
Yeah, it's a yearly joint. Big up to the Rock Steady crew, 77. Crazy Legs and members of the Rock Steady crew and other sponsors help, believe in a dream that, Crazy Legs believed in, and we all just got behind him. And, we're going to do this thing yearly, and it's always going to be in Puerto Rico, right along with the annual, Rock Steady crew anniversary events up in New York. So, there's a lot of things that the Rock Steady crew is getting involved in, and, J Dilla Foundation is always a part of that. Myself being, of Latino descent as well, going to Puerto Rico, find, your heritage. It's a good thing that everything transpired in Puerto Rico, and, we, to find my bloodline there. And
that's what's up.
Yo, man, the heritage is just so deep, and to believe in, the culture and really feel it, man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm going to have to invite you to come back so we could do a show just about that, about Puerto Rico and their rights and their
I'll bring a crew
regulations.
of folks, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would love to do that, man, because I always talk to a lot of Puerto Ricans, and I always ask them, I'm like, yo, do you like the fact that you guys are U.S. territory, or is that something that, because a lot of people are like, yo, I don't want to, they want their independence. You know
it's
what I'm
like
saying?
DC, though. It's the same as DC. You got to look at it as like DC because it's not a state, it's the territory, district.
Yeah.
It's not part of the structure, but it is the structure of the structure.
Yeah,
so it's a real mental thing that people got to realize, because, just like being in DC, I tell people who are not from here, first of all, don't walk outside without your ID, or don't come here with a state mentality in DC walking around, because, you end up somewhere where you don't even want to be at. Yeah. It's real here. Martial law is what we live here, but, people who don't understand it, that it's going to be implemented to, it's going to be hard for them to really take that type of thing to happen, man.
Yeah.
We live it.
So how do you feel about that? Let me just ask you, how do you feel about Puerto Rico being a territory?
It's a good thing. It's a good and bad thing, because over half the island, half the island is unemployed, under poverty at the same time. But, just like DC, you come to DC, it's about being a part of the government structure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you really look at people trying to say, let's fight the government structure or whatever, you still somewhere subliminally still want that particular help.
Yeah.
You still ask for a handout.
Yeah, I feel you, yeah.
It's no matter what, though, man.
But they pay taxes, though, too.
Depends.
Oh, it does depend. So
Yeah.
they can get away with it, huh?
Certain things, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exemptions, yeah.
Get that property while you can.
That's what's up,
If
man.
you a Rasta Puerto Rican.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, man! Shout out reggaeton for real though,
Yeah.
man. But Puerto
That's what's
Rico.
up.
I mean, the one thing that we also do is just like on my arm. You gotta pay attention when you see the light blue flag and the dark blue flag.
Word.
Liberate and not liberate.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. So when you see that light blue, you know those the ones that's fighting like stay up out of here. When you see that dark blue, that's like let's join with the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I didn't know that actually. You just dropped some gems on me, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that at all. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I wanted to get back into this, man. I'm gonna swing it over to Scene. Back to health, man. I want to talk about the therapeutic part of painting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to talk about how, when I talk to you about painting, you say you got to get yourself into this mode before you start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like you did when we were here a couple weeks ago, and you did the Dilla piece, right? And you had to prepare yourself to do that, right?
Yeah.
And you were telling me you gotta, mentally find your place. You gotta find what you want to do first, but then you gotta find yourself and how you want to flip it, right?
Most definitely.
So when you do that, obviously, you're using a lot of brain power, and you get into this mode. And once you get into that mode, it's almost like you're in the zone.
Definitely.
Right?
Time means nothing.
Yeah, exactly. There's no more time. Yeah.
Time means nothing.
So that's a kind of like meditating in a way.
Definitely.
Right?
It definitely is. It definitely
Yeah,
is.
definitely.
Yeah,
And
definitely is.
is that therapeutic? Is that
very
something?
much so? Yo, yeah, man. When I had a 9-to-5, and I would be stressed. I used to be in the graphic design, and I'd work for people, and I'd put all my energy into trying to create something for a company or for a business, and it would get shot down. For an artist, the artist in me, that would tear me down. That would put me in a bad spot, a bad place. And you get stressed out. Just get stressed out, and once you're stressed out, things start going, haywire other places.
That's true. That's real talk.
Early on, I used to medicate to get to that zone.
Oh, self-medicate.
Yeah, self-medicate.
And we're
going to
talk about that too.
Definitely.
The herbs.
But as with reading, growing older, you realize that for me to get in that space, I didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
So now I have this very ritualistic procedure when I get into my zone, where there's certain things that I do, get in my, it's just certain things that I do to get ready. And once I'm painting, time means nothing. I mean, my wife has come downstairs and be like, yo, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You gotta, get up and put the kids, get them ready for school and stuff. And I'm like, wow, okay, look what I did, and I love that. I love that. I don't ever want to go back to a 9-to-5. I might have to, but I don't want to. I'm happy like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even if you had the 9-to-5, you can always do the painting.
I can't on the side, but it becomes a burning a candle at both ends type of deal. Dealing with the stress of a boss when right now I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
That's a very liberating thing for me. This last year and a half, I've been my creativity is exploded.
It's blossoming right now.
Totally,
Yeah,
it totally
yeah,
has,
yeah.
man. I mean,
That's what's up, man.
Stopping me, so.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Now I want to ask Sincere, man. You're obviously, we can see you're a stacked dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you work out, you hit the weights.
Yeah.
Now, going back to therapy, you know what I'm saying? Is working out, hitting the weights, therapeutic to you?
Yeah, it helps me out a lot, especially with stress. Stress from work, drama and stuff like that. It's just, when I start working out, I just get in the zone. Especially, having headphones on, listening to music at the same time. Sometimes you just lose track of time.
Yeah.
It just.
And see, that's what a lot of people are like, yo, what does it mean to get into the zone? Because a lot of people, there's a lot of squares that just don't understand that mode of thinking and that mode of producing. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean producing beats, but just producing anything that you're involved in. When you get into the zone, there is no time anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even know the word, but it's just you're there. You're one with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I remember being younger and DJing when I used to DJ a lot, like every weekend. I remember getting into the zone and just blacking out. Better knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen you.
That's what I mean, man. Yeah, better knows. And just blacking out and not even realizing what I'm doing is creating this vibe. You know what I mean? And I feed off that vibe, that energy that the crowd will give back to me, and I get deeper and deeper into it. And like Scene was saying, I didn't have to burn one. You know what I mean? Actually, when I was at that point in my life, if I was to burn, I couldn't get into the zone. I'd be too nervous and I'd get all messed up. You know what I'm saying? I'd be too what's the right word? I'd be too anxious. You know what I mean? To try to do everything I want to do. But when you're in the zone, you don't need any drugs. You don't need alcohol. You don't need anything to put you there, man. It's you're one with your craft, man. You know what I'm saying? And going back to Dilla, that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he was one with his music. I can tell. Now, you know, when I was a kid listening to Dilla tracks, I was like, yo, this is an ill producer. But now that I'm older, I can go back and appreciate how he put these sounds together, because it's amazing to me when I go back and listen to some of the older joints when he was very experimental. You know, he started out very experimental. And I'm like, yo, you know, how did he do that? You know what I'm saying? How did he come up with that? I want to ask you, Ma Dukes, I want to ask, you know, did you always encourage and influence him to pursue music? Because I know a lot of parents are like, nah, you got to get a job, stay in school, do this, do that. And I read some articles, you know, I saw some interviews and I read some articles about how when he started to make money, some of your neighbors were hating on you and called the cops and different things like that. Instead of he's a drug dealer trying to bring him down.
Because he came outside clean and without a speck on him.
Yeah.
He refused. That was his way. If he had a haircut and if it wasn't one hair out of place and he had to fly out to New York, he canceled it. I had to cancel it. So he was that's how he was. Yeah. You know, and I you know, would be very upset because I was the one that had to make this happen and chase people and find a Music Express and cancel that. And, you know, it's really kind of frustrating because I'd be waiting for him to get that money. But it was like, for him, a hair out of place. Just like this.
And see, you know, a lot of the great producers or a lot of great artists are like that. They're very meticulous about everything. It's got to be
like
right.
A science, and that's how
be
he
right.
was.
Yeah,
Yes, it had to be precise, just like his ordering his refrigerator and
Yeah.
things like that. Everything has to face a certain way. Each letter has to follow the letter, and it could be nothing miscolored next to that or anything like that. He was really, really, he had OCD kind of quite bad.
OCD, huh? Yeah.
Yes, he
That's
really,
what's up.
really did.
But look what it did.
You
It
know,
made him some
yes, it did
great
make,
music.
He refused to settle. You know, he had his idea, and if it didn't feel right, when he thought he might have finished, if he listened, went out to the car and listened, and he didn't get a certain feeling, he'd shelve it and come back later because he was looking for something else. You know, you'll
that's
hear on
what's
some
up.
of the interview, something else. I listened to one this morning, Toney and I, where he and Common were in a discussion while he was getting something together for Common, and he was saying, looking, I want something else, you know, and so he was trying to decide what it was that he thought would complement what he had composed already. So, you know, you just have to take that time. It's part of your creativity. You want things to be original, and you don't want anybody to be able to say, well, this sounds like something else. You want everything precise, and you want it to fit the artist.
Especially at that time.
At that time.
Yeah,
he
because
was always that way, though. But remember, he spent his entire life, from the time he was 2 years old, really studying music.
Yeah.
From
And
every waking moment.
What were his influences in music?
His first influence was James Brown.
Okay.
He listened to James Brown all day, all waking day, you know, and then we took him record shopping at 2. So he would choose his own records at 2 years old. That was his.
Oh, at 2 years old?
2 years old.
Damn, that's
because
what's
you know how
up.
you take kids and you give them allowance, whatever. Well,
Yeah.
we enjoyed what he chose, and it was music. So we kind of benefited, you know, from it also.
Yeah.
But records, we get him 45s. He'd choose what he wanted in the record shop because, you know, back then they would play everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And you got to hear it. You'd hear music during the entire time. And if he heard something, he'd ask for it.
Yeah.
Very well spoken at 2. And
at 2 years old,
at 2
huh?
years old.
That's
Kids,
what's up.
yes,
Yeah.
They could read and speak. You know?
Well, look at the way his fridge was.
Yeah.
So that side of his brain was a lot more
it was
advanced.
Developed. Yes, it was.
Organization is the key to success.
is.
I mean, it's just real talk. You know, people who are unorganized really can't get ahead because they're always trying to catch up.
That's why you have to get somebody to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. Shouts out to Toney, man.
JDillaFoundation.org.
Yeah, one more time. So if people wanted to find you online, man, just hit him with that.
www.jdillaffoundation.org. Check us out.
That's what's up, man. And they can find everything up
anything
there.
Anything that's legit and going on is
anything that's
there.
legit. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
anything that I have branded, marked, and put my stamp of approval on.
Okay.
Yeah, we under construction right now. The site will be up and running, fully functional. But everybody who wants to be up, and actually donate to the J Dilla Foundation, it's no problem. Just like I said, check us out. Check us out, jdillaffoundation.org.
That's what's up. And I'm gonna come back and talk about that some more because you got a tour coming up and you got some other shows coming up as well. I'm gonna come back and talk about that. I gotta take a quick break though, and we'll be right back. This on Beat with OHLOW. Peace.
Keeping the First Amendment alive. We are WEBR, Fairfax County's cable access and internet radio station.
Peace. I almost didn't come in because it's beat, yo. It's too ill, man. I'm over here rocking to this beat. Peace. This is OHLOW. You're tuning into On Beat with OHLOW. Coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. It's WEBR Radio Fairfax. I'm playing all sincere beats today, man. I just wanted to ask you about, your style is, like I said, man, like you're real. This is like that real boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
This takes me back. This is what I've been missing in my life. You know what I'm saying? There aren't too many people that make music like this, man. And I wanted to ask, why do you still do this? Why not take that easy route and make, those 808 beats with the hand claps and make them trap beats or whatever to make some money? Why keep it real with? I mean, I guess I just screwed it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Why keep it real? But that's what I'm saying. Why keep it real when you can make that money? You know what I mean? Why not do the Pharrell thing?
Yeah, I mean, some people have approached me that way or whatever. It's just, growing up, with my best friends and especially my older brother, Supreme, I just come from that era. And I mean, I don't want to say I'm stuck in a trap, in a time zone, whatever, or time warp, but that's how I feel, So I just make beats just to make beats.
Yeah.
That's
what's up.
Someone want to rhyme over it. I mean, you can rhyme over it, but it's more of the for the love.
And I know you're from the analog era, right? Originally from the analog era.
Oh yeah.
But you use a lot of digital equipment as well now.
Yeah, I do now. It's you gotta keep up a little bit, but I still try to keep it simple.
Word. And what I wanted to ask you about is the analog and digital. Do you prefer analog hardware over the new digital stuff, or do you like the new digital stuff, or do you try to mix the two, incorporate analog and digital? You know what I'm saying? How do you like to do that?
Actually, I actually still kind of mix it together. You know what I'm saying? It just,
okay.
I know with the whole digital world is a lot easier now.
Yeah.
And because even my son, he making beats, and I'll be watching. I'm like, okay.
How old is your son?
He's going on. He's 17, going on 18.
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
that's what's up. Yeah, so he's a grown man.
Oh yeah. Me and we have beat battles. It's pretty peace.
That's what's up, man. And so he's more digital though, right?
Yeah. He loves that the Fruity Loops. So,
Fruity
Loops
what I'm saying?
and
Reason and things like that. Yeah,
so
that's what's up, man. And I know obviously I could tell that you sample. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you use samples, but you hide them pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking for a sample, right? Are you looking for like basic stabs? Are you looking for just little notes and then you recreate the sounds, or do you look for little things that you can loop? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can tell, like this beat right here, I can hear the little loop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then the last joint, I couldn't tell if you looped it or not. It sounded like you chopped it up and played it back.
Yeah, it's just it's just like whenever the type of mood I am in the in the moment, whatever, and just sometimes I just put the record on, let it play for a little bit, and if I hear anything, I'm like, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that. Like sometimes I'll just tap on the record button, whatever. Just play with the buttons, man. That's all I do, man.
And my next question, I mean, obviously you just answered it, was do you still sample off of vinyl? Do you prefer vinyl over CDs?
Vinyl, definitely vinyl.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
And why vinyl though?
It's well, my brother, he brought up a good point to me years ago. It's just that sound with vinyl, he tells me all the time, it's like, I can hear the little cracks in your samples. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I know it's from vinyl. It's like it brings it back for him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just love vinyl.
Well, I got into a little debate. It wasn't an argument, but I got into a little debate with this guy that's in one of my classes. And he was trying to tell me, he was like, well, all that music that was on vinyl, when they clean it up and put it on CD or put it, make an MP3 or whatever, you don't lose anything. He's saying that you actually hear more sounds. A lot of the sounds that were lost come out because they remaster the music, right? So we're going back and forth. I was trying to say, look, man, but vinyl and tape, is where it's at because it just sounds better. And I couldn't come up with the right words, but then it just came out. I said, yo, but when you go from analog to digital, you lose the essence.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is that the vinyl captures the essence in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has a warmer sound.
Yeah. No, I mean, not just the sound, but it's just the feel, the energy, in the room at that time, man. It's recording everything.
I can give one example of that.
What's that?
One of my favorite songs used to be my lullaby. Was a kid. It was Maggot Brain by Funkadelic.
Oh,
right?
okay.
When I was youngin', my days played that. I go to sleep off of that. So I've always had the vinyl, but when I came to a time, I got a CD of it, and I can literally hear it hitting a level where everything was flat. It was a lot of reverb on a single guitar. You heard a lot of reverb on the vinyl, but you heard it flat, and it seemed like it would hit a ceiling, and that's where I first noticed the digital. Like, it was cool. I guess it was clean. You didn't hear the chicken scratch.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that continuous reverb that you would get, the warmth. Like I said, you lose the warmth that you have on vinyl. And I was like, you can't reproduce that. You'll lose it on digital. Unless, I'm sure today's technology, you could probably do a better sound, capture.
Yeah, but I've said this before too. It's irrelevant, man. Because I mean, if it is better today, you can go back and clean up Ella Fitzgerald record and get a lot of sounds that you couldn't hear on the record. You know what I'm saying? Because they remaster it. But again, that's a computer that's recreating those sounds. You know what I'm
like
saying?
A synthesizer versus a piano.
Yeah,
that's for them Bose systems. That's
Yeah,
for that.
exactly.
That's for that digital age, man. You gotta look at it. That's also for, think about it. It's for like them beats by Dre too.
Yeah.
It's for that.
Yeah.
Because those EQ headphones, man. I tell people sometimes when they're in their studios and they be having those EQ headphones, I'm like, dude, don't do yourself no justice like that, man. Because you really not feeling and really hearing. You hear something, but you're not really feeling it at that point. Get you a pair of Sonys, man. I be trying to tell some of these youngins, don't do that to yourself.
Well, my man Dalsim, shouts out to my man Dalsim, man. He's the one that got me into the digital recording stuff. He used to always be like, if you're gonna use headphones or speakers, he was like, use the worst that you can find, because if you can make those sound good, then that means that you're doing a good job.
Yeah, exactly. Great job at that point.
That's what he used to always tell me. He was like, with new technology and better equipment, you're actually losing because it's making it easier and easier. You know what I'm saying, for you. That's what's up though, man. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back again. Is there any? Oh, you know what? I want to ask you. Do you have a Twitter or a website, or do you have a Facebook where people can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on SoundCloud, Sincere76. You can find me on Twitter at Sincere Supreme, and I'm on IG by Mr. Many Names. So you can find me out there.
That's what's up. We'll be right back. Peace.
Keeping the First Amendment alive. We are WEBR.
Peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. We've got a full house. We've got a very special guest. It's crazy. It's surreal to have Ma Dukes here, because when I was 18 and 19 years old, I was listening to your son. We were all listening to your son.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Half the world, half the hip hop world was listening to your son. And he was actually creating something new, which is the norm today.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's surreal. It's crazy. Shouts out to J Dilla, the legacy, the legend. You know what I mean? He was a beast. In my opinion, he was a beast. I didn't realize it then, but he's one of the greatest.
Neither did I.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how life works, though, man. That's how it is. That's just how it is. But today I'm playing all beats by Sincere76, and what I was saying, we were talking about production and styles and different things, and the influence of J Dilla and how it's influenced this whole subculture of producers today. And anyways, man, I don't want to get too much into that, because we can go on for days talking about Dilla, man, because he's got so much music. He's got so many ill beats that I wish. See, here's the thing: if I can play Dilla beats, I would. But what happens is, if I do play a Dilla beat, if I don't have the rights to it, I'm gonna get hit with the copyrights in the archive. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't play them. I can only play beats that are licensed to me. You have to give me the rights to play them. But like, if I did play Dilla beats, I'd be DJing all night. You know what I'm saying? I've done it before. I've done it. I remember being on the rooftop at 5, and I used to play.
Oh, I remember that night. I think yes.
I mean, many times,
Love
man.
5, man.
Yeah.
5 was the man.
Yeah.
Big up the Who Man.
Yeah, Who Man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, those were the days. 5 was a legendary spot in
It was.
DC.
Yeah, Midtown.
It
Five got
broke
up.
5 broke a lot of artists in DC
Yeah.
for real though, because that stage when it was set up, that high stage
Yeah.
that they had, man, and the locals got the opportunity to rock that stage.
Yeah.
That's when they was in that next level right there.
Yeah. Well, I used to be up on the rooftop,
Man,
though.
I remember when you was up there,
Yeah.
my cousin Junior Salinas. And
Oh, yeah,
so
so-
come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's
It's a
what's up,
family
man.
thing,
Yeah. Yeah,
on.
Bobby was up there all the
Yeah,
time, man. Yeah,
exactly,
that's
man.
what's up. Those were the days, man. But that's when I used to spin straight Dilla sets. You know what I'm saying? Like straight Dilla beats. And people, that was 2000, 2001, whatever, something like that. And people back then they didn't really know what was going on. Not too many people knew about Dilla back then. You know what I'm saying? It was still kind of new back then.
It was.
But now, like I was saying, it's the norm. Everybody knows Dilla. Everybody jocks Dilla. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is like I was saying before, they're making money off his name. You know, it's sad to say, but it's real. People are making money off his name. I know a lot of people throw shows, you know, like a tribute show to Dilla, or this for Dilla, that for Dilla. And even like when I joined, I saw on Facebook you guys have a Dilla page. It's the J Dilla Foundation page, I believe, right?
Yes.
And then when I was looking for that, before I can find the J Dilla Foundation, the legit, the official,
Yes.
I found like 100 other J Dilla pages. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I joined all of them waiting for Toney to accept it and say,
Yes.
oh, this is the one. And then I can go back and erase the other ones. You know what I'm saying? You know, these are some of the things we have to deal with today, man. And like I was saying before, you know, I was asking you if you get any of the profits from that stuff, and you said no. And it's sad, but I guess it's in a way,
It's
It's
yeah,
hip-hop.
it's hip hop,
It's
yeah.
hip-hop, yo.
But
And
it's two ways to look at it.
That's what I was gonna say. There's two ways to look at it.
It's mad publicity
Yeah,
at no cost to me. You know?
Yeah, true,
It
yeah.
just keeps them out there, keeps them alive, and so I think in the coming years, you know, it'll be more structured. We have so much that'll be going on soon that it's going to be directed. Everything's going to filter through the real site.
Tell us about the tour you have coming up.
Toney.
Wow, we have, well, shouts out to Slum Village. I just signed a couple projects with Slum Village as well. So Slum Village, you have Pharcyde, and you have the Yancey Boys that's going to be going on tour. So, you know, if you want to find out more information, you can check out the slumvillage.com, you know, to get the tour dates. And also, if you are following me on Facebook, or if you're following me on Instagram, Not For Self on Instagram, and you know, you'll get your tour dates and everything. So right now it's just a West Coast, Midwest tour, but we're going to be also bringing it over to the East Coast, which is going to be liver than ever, because especially like it was saying earlier, Pharcyde coming over to DC. When they sit back and tell you Pharcyde used to come here, it's over 20 years now, because my godbrother was on Pharcyde's road manager, and running was one of my favorite songs that was like so touching. And like I said, and when Pharcyde dropped, man, you just thought about like how is it that the West Coast is really giving you that hip hop feel when they had so much gangster rap going on at that time, and Pharcyde dropped it so dope, man, that it was like, yo. It was bone chilling, straight up bone chilling when you heard that whole Pharcyde album, man.
It was one of my favorite videos to drop, because I love watching it go backwards.
Backwards,
I'm like, that was the stuff.
Taking off their clothes.
Oh,
and putting it back
everything
on.
going
Crazy,
back. I'm like, oh.
I mean, and it's just a shame that right now, you know, hopefully there will be a reunion tour with all the fellas coming back soon, you know, because it was a lot of discrepancies going on with the tour, and also one of the names that they had of the tour, but to have, you know, the fellas who are not part of the actual group right now come back together, man, you gotta have that coming soon, man.
That's what's up. And like you said, man, it's been about 20 years since they've been in DC, because I don't remember Pharcyde being out here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, well, I mean, for the last 3 years, Pharcyde, well, 2 years, but 3 years really. They did the actual Dilla tribute once, like maybe about 3 years ago. They did the Dilla tribute with Munch. And then they had their actual show as the Bizarre Ride, the Far Side.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They
yeah.
had that one just last year? Just last year? Yeah, just last year. Well, my cousin if you look on YouTube, when you say Far Side, the Bizarre Ride, the Far Side at the Howard Theater, you're gonna see me being a B-boy out there.
That's
the whole show, man. I was getting it in at my age, over 40 plus, still B-boying for the Far Side, yo.
That's what's up, man. And that's something you don't see, man. You don't see B-boys at many shows anymore, man.
That's what's missing.
That's one of the elements that's missing.
We really focus on that with a lot of because with the foundation, one thing that we're doing, especially talking about with health, we've actually incorporating a couple of B-boys who teach classes who are going to be doing that as part of the tributes. They're going to be part of the tributes, and they're doing their own lectures and everything. So the J Dilla Foundation is taking everything with the 5 elements.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we going hardcore. Like I said, we're moving up to move forward in a whole different direction because the kids, we got to really focus on the kids because their brains, man, are getting developed, and what they got right now is not going to be good for their future.
Not at all, man. I
or
mean,
ours.
Yeah,
because they're the future leaders. So
there are caretakers too, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
yeah. I mean,
so where they at now is where we gonna be later.
Better, I want to ask you, man, while I got you on the mic, man, I want to ask you about the same thing, meditation and therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you practice. Well, let's just talk about chi.
Cool.
Let people know what chi is, first of all.
All right, well, chi, in my understanding and in my words, is pretty much the life force and essence of everything. Everything and everyone has chi. And you can look at it or view it like as a light. And, it can be a bright light or it can be a dim light, and that totally depends on the individual. So, as far as, with me and chi, I want a bright light, you know what I mean? So I found a way to meditate and practice through martial arts, primarily Shaolin, Wing Chun, Kung Fu.
Control your chi.
Gotta control it, man. You gotta have, you gotta have control of that chi. Because, it's gonna be there either way. So you can control you, you can control it. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody can control your chi. You know what I mean? So
Right.
You know
we was talking about that.
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? So through chi style, you know what I mean? Push hands or whatever, sticky hands, you know what I mean? Like these are all training aspects that I've been taught on how to physically can train my chi in the spiritual aspect. You know what I mean? Because it's a spiritual thing. And it's like you can study up chi and read up on it, and you can also view it as, a lot of people view it as air or life force. And I remember studying some Qigong, and I was reading through some books, and it stated that air is the one thing that you can't live without. You can go without food, you can go without water. You can, a lot of people even live without shelter, but you cut off your air supply, you can't survive. Yeah, it's around. Nobody can survive without air. So you equate air to chi. Your chi ain't right, you ain't right. You know what I mean? So, I try to keep my presence, bold and strong, and keep my light bright. Cause I don't want it to be dim. I ain't trying to be dark. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have some light. I'm dark skinned, but my spirit is bright. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's cause I study, I manifest, and I try to ascertain, make it big, bold, and strong, and keep it in control. And I'm human, humanistic. Sometimes I fall off point, but that's the whole aspect of balance. When you fall off point, that gets you to appreciate. You know what I mean? Once you get back to being on point, you can appreciate the good times along with the bad times, because one doesn't have significance without the other.
All right, so let me ask you this, man. Since you're talking about chi and oxygen, you said when you said air, you were talking about oxygen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So oxygen. So when you take in herbs, self-medicate,
right?
Is that gonna help the chi, or is that actually?
It all falls on the individual. It all falls back on the individual. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like I've noticed, like when I go down to train with seafood, right? My seafood, we get down. If I go in there and I don't medicate and I train, I'm fine either way, one or the other. But I have noticed that if I start off not medicating first and then medicate later on, it's like I got to start all over again. You know what I mean? So everything that I built up prior to me medicating myself is like thrown out the window. So now I got to relearn my chi, because it's a different chi. It's a whole different vibe. It's a different vibe, you know what I mean, one versus the other.
So basically you're saying, like, if you study...
Well, if I start off medicating, and then I'm good. Like I said, I'm good either way.
Yeah.
But if I start medicating, then I train, that's fine. It's a good session.
You got to take your test medicated.
So if I, not saying that at all.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is if I start off training without medicating, and then halfway through my training session medicate, it's completely different. So everything that I did prior doesn't complement where I'm at now. So now I have to redirect my chi and relearn my chi, because I've added something to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it can help or hurt, but it's not necessary one way or the other. Not at this point in the game.
That's what's up. All right, so just take the training and martial arts away, right? Self-medication, medical marijuana. How do you feel about it, man? Because it's not legal. I read the other day that actually medical marijuana in Virginia, since we're in Fairfax, VA, is legal for cancer patients. In 1979, they passed a law that said that medical marijuana in Virginia is legal for cancer patients and patients who have glaucoma. I got glaucoma, so I should be able to go and get medical marijuana, but I can't because the way it's set up is that, there's a law that says, you can have it, but how are you going to get it? Because it's still illegal to get it. CC Vibez.
I have MS, and multiple sclerosis deals with your nervous system, and one of the things that does help with neuropathy and pain in your legs, and if you have tremors, or even if you have like a Tourette's that you get from the MS, the medical marijuana can definitely help with all of that. But me being in Virginia and not being in DC, my doctor won't prescribe it to me because he doesn't want to do it because he can definitely get in trouble for it.
But your doctor is in DC?
No, he's in
he's
Virginia.
in VA. Oh, okay.
He's in Virginia, but if I did have a doctor like in, I think, Johns Hopkins, they could prescribe it to me, but because I live in Virginia, I wouldn't be able to take it.
You can't. So they wouldn't prescribe it to you though, because you have to be a DC resident.
Yeah. Even though it can help me, even though it can actually alleviate any pain that I'm having, or if I look like I'm walking in Walmart and I got Tourette going on, like it can stop that from happening.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. I mean, there's little kids that are 2 and 3 years old that have seizures. They have, I don't know what the...
That's the oil. They use the oil.
The oils, yeah.
And it doesn't get them high. It does not get you high.
It's like 0.005% THC. And what actually the CBD is what actually helps them feel better. It goes to your joints. It goes to the THC is like what makes you high. It's the psychedelic chemical, but the CBD is the chemical that goes to say it again better.
The cannabinoids.
The cannabinoids, yeah, that's what I was looking for. The cannabinoids is what goes straight to your joints. It goes to the affected areas. Like if people have inflammation, it goes straight to the inflammation and it helps reduce that. It's medication, man. That's what it is. I mean, it's medication. Yeah, it's a painkiller. And these little kids that have these seizures, I saw this article. It was on CNN actually, man. Dr. Gupta or whatever, Dr. J. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he was actually saying at first he was completely against medical marijuana, and then he had to change his whole view because of this little kid that he interviewed that went from having 300 seizures a day, I believe it was like 200 or 300 seizures a day, down to like 1 or 2 a week after she started taking the CBD, the little pill. You said it's an oil actually.
It's an oil.
It's not even a pill.
You can drop it like a dropper.
It's a concentrate.
Like a B12.
Hydro drops.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these are facts, man. It's a fact that to this day, nobody's ever overdosed or died off of marijuana.
The only thing with to me, I think if you cook it and you eat too much of it, it can make you definitely sick, and then your trip is like forever long, and then you want it to go away because you're like, unless you like to trip that long. But that's not something that is
it's also based on somebody's tolerance as well, because you build a tolerance.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then if you stop it for like a week, then your tolerance drops like immediately. I mean, it doesn't take long for it to get out of your system, even though it's in your blood for a month.
With the tremors. Making me a little nervous.
That's what's up, man.
And then if you mix it with other things like aloe, for instance, if you have a dropper and you mix it with aloe in Native American history is known the wand to heaven, and Cleopatra in Egypt used to use it for her skin on a constant basis to heal her skin. It helps fight cancer and AIDS, and it's a antibacterial, any viruses and funguses. So if you take an aloe plant and you cut it and you scrape all the slimy stuff on the inside out of it, you put it in a container, and then you mix it with apples, so you get the nutrients of the apples, which you would juice. and you blend it together, apples and aloes, and you don't get that pungent taste, and then you put a little bit of drop of medical marijuana in it, then your body is, after a time, is gonna heal from anything.
It's high in alkaline.
Yeah.
Aloe and apples are high in alkaline.
Amazing what
Yeah.
your body will do. Amazing.
That's what's up.
Alkaline water.
You know about alkaline water, huh?
Man, that's what we drink our tea in.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. I get my crib. I've got well water, and so it's good for you to drink. It's better for you to drink because it has minerals and everything. But it's dirty. It's a little dirty, man. So we get
Especially when it rains, right?
Yeah. I mean, when it rains, there's more water going through, so there's more stuff. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing about the Virginia stream system, I can't get into this right now, but we'll talk about that another day.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Bicycle rust water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize Virginia tap water or Virginia well water is some of the best on the East Coast, but I live right next to a huge dump, a landfill. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Just pray over your water.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all about intention. If you just put your hands on it and say,
"Oh, you said pray over my water?"
Yeah, pray over your water. Everything's intention.
Yeah, I feel you.
Just bless it. It'll be all right.
Just bless it.
Yeah.
A little sludge won't hurt.
Yeah. God made dirt good.
If you think about everything that we eat that has all those pesticides on it, like regardless if it says organic or not, there's still going to be pesticides on it. So you're gonna ingest some type of toxin. So just make it blessed. Bless it.
I'd rather not even take it, ingest it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have a choice.
No, we have a choice, man. We have a choice.
So you gonna stop breathing?
Say again?
You gonna stop breathing?
No. I mean, because you said, all right. So you said everything has pesticides, right?
Even the air. If you think about
feel
it,
you. Yeah,
they
I know.
spray over top of us.
Yeah, the
And we
chemtrails.
breathe it.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
So everything we do, there's a toxin.
Yeah.
So you just have to
build up an immunity to it.
Yeah.
But we have an immunity to it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why we still living.
Yeah, but we don't have to. We don't have to fall for that, though. That's what I'm trying to say. It's because we can live better. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. We can.
If you
live
grow
better.
your own stuff, if you learn how to cultivate all your own stuff, but
you and I got to do a show just about that.
Okay.
About
Real, that would be
homegrown.
dope.
Homegrown.
That's what really needs to happen right
there.
there.
Yeah.
That's a
definitely.
24/7 thing that I do.
Word.
So that's something that if you're able to produce your own stuff, you know what's in your stuff and you know what's going in your body. And because you produce it, you bless it.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's how you bless it.
Yes.
That's exactly how you bless it. Yeah, because just blessing it is not going to do much, man. You know what I'm saying? It is.
I think it's intention, though. I really think it's intention.
I feel you. Say again,
well,
Sing,
yeah,
you know that
okay, I understand that.
We missed what you said, man.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna bless any poison or sign.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
See, I mean, blessing ain't gonna really do anything, man. You know what I mean?
It's like saying halal pork.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. It just, I mean,
Okay, point taken.
Yeah, but I feel what you're saying. It is all about intentions. Yeah, life is about intentions. I get that. Yeah, and so unfortunately, we don't have any more time. I'm actually over time, so I just want to give everybody a quick opportunity. We'll start to the right to go ahead and give any shots out and just plug in, your Twitter or whatever, whatever you got.
Peace. It's ElBetta, ElBetta. Holla at me. You can Google that, LORDBETTA. Also, holla at us on beatconductors.com if you like. We out here. Peace.
How everybody doing? This is CC Vibez. My name is Christine Tebazile on Facebook. It's TEBAZILE. You can find me. Holla at me.
That's what's up.
Word. Peace. What up, everybody? It's Toney Smith, Toney, Executive Director of the J Dillas Foundation. If you need to email us or hit us up, just contact me at toney@jdillafoundation.org. Check us out.
What up, though? Official My Dukes here, giving you a one love universe.
That's what's up.
Nice.
This is Sincere Peace World. Check me out on SoundCloud, Sincere76.
One more time, man. Can you spell that for us? Sincere76?
Yeah,
Anybody?
SINCERE76.
That's what's up, man.
Peace World was good. This is man sceneartstudios.com. That's the website. If you would love it. If you guys come visit that, check it out. IG, it's all linked to my Instagram, which is Scene the Artist. Twitter, Kevin Scene Lewis, everything. It's at sceneartstudios.com.
Respect. Thank you all for coming out.
Thanks, OHLOW.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
Yeah, thank you again, Ma Dukes and Toney Smith, man. It was an honor to have both of you up in the studio today. I'm glad you were able to make it out and be on the show, and definitely going to be out again. I wish that we could have had a live producer here. I wish we could have had a DJ and all that. Theory, you know Theory, obviously. Yeah, Theory and Chop wanted to be here, but they couldn't make it. I want to send some strong positive energy to my man Choppy. Unfortunately, he's not doing too good right now. He ended up in the hospital. I don't want to put him on blast, but we need to send him positive energy so he gets better soon.
God bless him.
And he gets back up in here, yeah, because he was actually gonna provide some live beats for us today as well.
Oh man,
and he couldn't make it in.
He needs aloe.
Big up Choppy Chop.
There you go.
Choppy Chop is a beast though, like
Yes.
DC
Monster.
legend right there, yo.
Yes.
He really is a chop nest monster, man. That's what's up, man. This is OHLOW, another episode of On Beat with OHLOW, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
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 We are WEBR, Fairfax County's cable access and internet radio station.